Units responding to 64 miles. The victim is still locked in a vehicle with multiple stab wounds.
10-4. Someone stabbed his father is what we were getting. The victim has somebody driving them to the hospital, and the suspect has locked himself in a car near mile 64. These two had many issues in the past. Never good.
Units responding to 64 miles. There is now our suspect who's locked himself in the vehicle.
The story's changed. I guess the suspect is now the victim, but the father is driving to the hospital. We're not going to get this one figured out until we get there.
And the man waiting in the car is no stranger to the troopers.
He's made threats that he will shoot it out with troopers. He does have access to weapons where he usually stays. We don't know if they're with him. We don't even know whose car he's in. Officer safety, of course, is number one.
But Sergeant Manrique must get there safely first.
Oh, Lord. I hate these roads. We got the freezing rain, and then we got snow on top of that. So the roads are actually pretty slick.
Medics are already on scene, treating the critically injured son. So Manrique investigates his vehicle.
Okay. Oh, hey. Hi, who are you? Your, girlfriend? Okay, is this your car?
It's not mine, no.
Okay, but this is how you guys got here? Okay. What happened?
Him and his dad got in a fight.
Uh-huh.
And I sat in the car, I don't know. He parked the car in the middle of the road and got out, and I pulled into the lodge driveway. And then, next thing I know, he's walking over to the car bleeding. I sat there and hollered to him a couple times, and he didn't come. And then he came over all bloody.
Did you see the fight?
No, I was in the car.
Do you know if he had a knife?
I have no idea.
Okay, you
He
don't know.
didn't have one that I know of, no.
He doesn't. Okay. Be back with you.
Trooper Joseph Hess arrives to assist with the investigation and finds the passenger side of the vehicle covered in blood.
I'm not getting what happened. We'll have to get a story from Dad, I guess.
Did you look at him?
I didn't.
He's got about like 5 or 6 stab wounds.
Sides and back?
Yeah, like he's got a couple. I think like one right here, and then kind of thrown up and sort of just all single stab wounds.
Okay.
They said he's very, very like threatening. Don't know if he's gonna go fail or not, but it's definitely a possibility.
Medics fight to keep the man alive. His condition is too critical for the 100-mile drive to Anchorage. So they call in a medevac chopper to get him there as quick as possible. Troopers now turn their attention to the other party in this fight, the critically injured man's father.
Somebody's saying that his dad still might be up at 61 miles.
Or stopped or at the time.
Okay.
Apparently he's in bad shape, so.
Okay, we'll head that way then. The other half of this assault is stopped at mile 58 with his hazards on.
There is a 1032 in the vehicle in the back seat. Our suspect was in the back seat, shaking and in shock.
He has a gun, he's shaking, he's in the back seat. Coming up on mile 58, let's see. There it is. Okay. Hey, how are you? Okay.
We don't know anything right now, okay, man? So,
I know when I stabbed him, man. He's psychotic. He really is.
Okay, I'm concerned about shock, so if we could get you someplace warm and then continue on to the hospital. Are you all right? Okay.
Okay, so hey,
Okay, yeah.
the black truck's sitting up there, the black plow truck.
Uh-huh.
His tracks are coming from the highway toward the truck.
Up over the hill.
His clothes are some of his clothes. I mean, as soon as he got out of the freaking car, man, he was living. He was on. And I couldn't make it to the truck fast enough. So his tracks, his clothes was there. You can see where he came over. And I would block and punches with him.
Uh-huh.
And then finally, he got up, he backed off for a minute, and then he just goes, I'm going to kill you. That's it. I'm going to kill you. And he came at me, man, and by that time, I'd actually opened the blade, and I had it.
Uh-huh.
And he hit me, and I was like, oh, man, I ain't even going to get a chance. And I went down, and he got on me and started beating me again, but I had the blade open, I had it locked.
Uh-huh.
And I wouldn't let him see it. I didn't, you know.
Right.
He's my kid, man. I don't want to stab my kid, really.
We understand. We understand.
So anyway, he nailed me. He got me by the throat pad, and I was almost out. And I'm like, if I go out, he's gonna kill me.
Right.
And I'm like, if you don't let go of me, man, I'm gonna stab you. He goes, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna kill you. You're dead. And I'm like, okay. And I just started. How whatever I think I should probably got him like in here because my first one was just come around and he loosened up and I just can't.
You didn't know. Okay. All right.
It's not like I went after him with it,
No,
you know.
I understand. No.
Finally, when he let loose of me, that was it. Okay, I'm done. You know.
Right.
I'm not gonna jump on top of you and stab you and kill you. You know.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
He backed off to the back of the truck. I was still in the front of the truck. And then. He walked up and got in the car with his girlfriend. They left.
Okay. Can I please get you in the car and can you head to the hospital and we will be there shortly after and I will let you know where your son goes, okay?
Thank you.
All right. So we'll go to the scene to see if what he says we're going to find. According to the dad, everything happened right there. He was down on the ground. He says the blood that we're going to see is going to be his. There's tracks right there, see? In the snow? We definitely have up and over the bank here and a trail and where he's like taking off his shirt that his dad says that was happening. So we'll document this as best we can.
Troopers must move quickly. The winter winds are wailing, and their crime scene could literally blow away.
The wind's blowing, and so the wind's going to blow the snow up over the footprints. So, Dad said he was stripping his clothes. All right, so he's running because I can barely match his stride. So you just got blood driplets everywhere, then just...
Yeah, they pretty much all start right here. And right there.
Right.
And they're fighting right there.
And then...
The way he runs. This is all...
drops.
Yeah. And then we come around this side. There's some blood right there. And I think it's blood on the door. Yeah, there's blood on the door handle.
Okay.
And then he gets over here. This is where stabbing happened.
Because he's behind.
He's behind him. So I'm guessing chases him. Gets him from behind right here. And they kind of tussle onto the snowbank. And it's stab, stab, stab.
Okay.
All the evidence seems to corroborate the father's claim of self-defense.
It was pretty much a straight line right for Dad.
Sergeant Enrique will submit the evidence to be used for trial.
The snow is deep, and so we could see where there was an altercation. We could see where one person ran from the roadway towards the other person, and that's what the scene tells us. The scene actually just corroborates what they had to say.
And the son still remains in critical condition at a hospital in Anchorage.
The dad was upset. He said, I didn't want to stab my son. But at that point, he felt like he had no other choice. He said he was going to kill me. Both people have serious injury. It's tragic. Family violence is always tragic.
145 miles southeast on the snowy streets of the Kenai Peninsula, Trooper Ethan Norwood joins a search for a repeat offender.
Right now we're looking for a guy. He's a suspect in a DV and a criminal mischief. He's supposed to be on foot walking around Soldotna area right now. What he did was helped himself to the residence. He walked up, kicked the door down, damaged a lot of property inside, and then he grabbed his cell phone that belonged to his daughter and left. We've got history with him, recent history. He's the same individual, was contacted by another trooper a few days ago, wanting to fight us, needing to be pepper sprayed, made statements to us, letting us know that if we contact him again, he's going to try to fight, he's going to try to run.
Hold on, 123 is an individual here walking down the road. We have a description of when they turn around and attempt to contact.
2325, I'm just passing the post, I'll Funny River in a second. We're going to make our way out and see if we can't give him a hand.
If you want to make sure you get somebody else with you, because he's going to fight.
2023, 125, are you following him?
Negative. He's on the long straight stretch next to the airport. I'm at the elbow here.
10-4. I'm just talking with Trooper Newsbaum. He's pretty close. We want to try to coordinate it so we can get there at the same time. Safety's a pretty good concern at this point. He's right there. Slot on 125. He's standing in the highway right now.
5.6. I'm coming up on the airport.
10-4. He's running.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, he's going to approach us here. looking for a guy. He's a suspect in a DV and a criminal mischief. He's right there. Okay, he's gonna approach us here. We're out. Hello, Trooper Norwood. What do you got in your hands there, buddy? Okay, why don't we get off the highway here a little bit? Where are you heading to now?
Where do you want to take me to, sir?
I'm just asking. You're out here running on the highway.
Call in stop running down the road.
What's that?
To my house. You want to give me a ride, please?
You want to go to your house?
Yeah, I'll break. I'm not breaking or nothing, sir. Well, what are we doing here? You had the brights on? I cannot.
Why don't you stand right here for me, okay?
What do you want me to do here?
Okay, set that stuff down. Just stand still. Just answer the questions that I ask you, okay?
Yes, sir.
So you're out here running on the highway. Where are you going?
I'm out dogging. That's what I do.
Okay, all right. How'd that happen on your face? All the scratches and marks and stuff. Other side.
Right here?
Yeah.
I cut myself shaving.
Were you down today off?
Yes. I
Okay. What happened down there? Can you tell us a little bit about
I
that?
can show you everything at it. It's my daughter's place, right?
Okay.
Her name is.
Perfect.
She's
Yep.
years old.
Yep.
Okay, the other dude that owns the place, she got me and my grandson out at 7:30 Friday night at the. I walk in there, the owner.
Here's the deal. She's listening. We have some questions. I need you to kind of stay on track with me here, all right?
What do you want me to say, sir? Nothing happened in that house.
If nothing else happened, then that's,
Nothing else happened. No, you're arrested. Put me on the What do you want to do?
You're taking off your shirt?
I'm curious.
Well, okay, no.
Why would you think we're going to arrest you?
Because, check it, I'm not. Whatever you want to do.
Do you have more things to tell us? Are you done?
I ain't even talking to you.
Okay. Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
I'm talking to you. Did they call you? I don't think
Good light chance here.
Let go of your hands.
Stop. Just stop. You guys stop. What am I, Houdini? What are we doing out here?
We're double locking them so they don't tighten up and make it worse.
Well, you never told me to arrest me for yet.
Okay.
Get your hand off me. Don't even talk to me.
I'm not arresting you. Okay, he is.
That's good. Okay, let's go. You, boy. Don't ever put your hand on me.
He wouldn't provide any statements that were relative to the story. Didn't want to answer my questions.
I'll get naked for you.
Please don't get naked for us. We weren't getting anywhere with the interviews.
Treat me like a man. I'm a man.
We are. We made the decision to go ahead with the arrest.
Thank you for the ride and nice service. I don't need it back.
It was good that there was 3 or 4 of us there. It helped, I think, with him realizing that it probably wasn't a good idea to fight us. And ultimately, it was a safe resolve for all of us.
As one shift ends in peace, another is just beginning in Wasilla,
Back on 43, did you copy?
where Trooper Tim Cronin is patrolling the busy Connect Goose Bay Road.
Yeah, look at this thing. 1B24, 1B43. Just got a suspicious vehicle.
And it just pulled into this gas station.
23 Tower.
Just got a smashed windshield. So, we'll go see what we can find out about it. Where'd it go?
The driver tries pulling out of sight, with no luck.
Yeah, there it is. There's a male and a female in that vehicle.
Trooper Jesse Darby cautiously approaches from the other side, cutting the driver off.
Back on 43. Myself and 24 will be 10-6 with a suspicious Ford Ranger. Such a sketchy car.
259.
Yeah, he's acting all sketchy. How's it going, partner? You all right? No, don't go racing around. All right. What's going on? Nothing. Okay. The reason I'm contacting you guys is I saw you driving with your smashed windshield, which you're not allowed to have. You don't have mud flaps on your vehicle. And then you parked on the side of the building. Then when I went to pull in, you came around here and blacked out. So what are you guys doing?
We're just coming to the store to get propane and get me something to eat.
Hey, you're right?
My name?
Yeah.
Amber.
Amber?
Cronin thinks he recognizes the passenger.
It might be a 1099 subject right there.
He believes she has a warrant for 7 felonies and 2 misdemeanors, but she claims to be someone else.
Amber, what's your last name? Okay. Ma'am, do you want to open your door and talk to that trooper right there?
The female isn't dressed for the weather.
She's not wearing any pants.
Okay.
Let her go ahead and get changed.
Do you have your driver's license on you, partner? Do you have a driver's license? Okay, why don't you have a driver's license?
Driving revoked.
All right, you got a revoked license? Okay. NCIC 43, go ahead. 10-4. Want to have him step out?
You got a warrant, man.
The driver is wanted for failure to appear in court for a felony DUI.
Put your hands behind your back. Back on 1B43, I've got 1 male 1080. Do you have anything on you that's gonna poke me, stick me, stab me?
No, sir.
Okay.
But the search reveals otherwise.
I just asked you if you're gonna have anything on me that's gonna stab me.
And I said I did not know.
specific.
Command, I just asked you if you're going to have anything on me that's going to stab me. Just as future reference, if you think that you might, just tell me. That way I'm not surprised when I find a needle. All right, partner. I'm going to walk you over to my vehicle. Go ahead and step on in.
Now, Trooper Cronin wants to see what else is in the vehicle, and the truck's owner consents to a search.
All right, ma'am. Step on out.
Here, I'll just leave.
We got some ammo in the vehicle, but I'm not seeing a firearm. I got what was part of probably a glass pipe, but it looks like it's just the pieces. There's cash under the seat I saw. Hey, look, a plate. You want to run that plate?
Yeah, do you want me to
24 vehicle 199 for Bonner.
So this plate comes back to a stolen vehicle out of Soldaten, and I just found it under the seat.
Now, troopers will also investigate the man for possible vehicle theft. He could face $60,000 in fines and 6 years in jail. But things aren't so clear for his passenger. Dispatch can't find any records on her.
What's the last 4 numbers of your social security number? Okay, so where were you born? So you don't have any ID on you? All right.
Let me remind you this real quick. If it's not you, you're getting charged with false report. You understand that? Okay, because you had to kind of think about where you were born and you didn't know the last 4 of your social security numbers, which pretty much everybody did.
The suspect sticks to her story, but Cronin is already on to her.
I had a picture of her. It came across my desk last week. At first, I forgot the picture was in my vehicle, but I remembered what she looked like.
21 is 414.
Doesn't that look like her?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
That looks like you. Is that you? All right, step on out. Hands behind your back. She's got a warrant for 7 felonies and 2 misdemeanors. Some of the crimes being fraudulent use of an access device, basically using a stolen credit card, felony level theft, and then misconduct involving a controlled substance in the 4th degree, so felony level drug charge. Why'd you lie about who you were? Now I'm charging you with false report and false info. In the state of Alaska, you're not allowed to give a fake name when you're contacted by the police. That's a false information charge right there.
She also consents to a search of her bag.
There's a ton of needles. Oh, there's another one. Shot first right here. Bet you there's an ID in here.
No ID, but plenty of other interesting items.
Someone stealing credit cards?
That's kind of what it looks like. In CSU 1B24.
Dispatch confirms the cards are stolen.
10-4.
In addition to her outstanding felonies for drug possession and theft, troopers charge the woman for multiple counts of credit card fraud and reporting a false name. And they will launch an investigation into the vehicle theft.
She's got a minimum of 2 more felonies I'm going to add on her tonight, possibly a 3rd, depending on the dollar value that she stole.
In all, she could face more than 10 charges and a long stint behind bars.
She's definitely looking at more than a year now, because she already had these existing 7 felonies, so she's got a couple years over her head right there, and then she's getting busted for more felonies, so she's just adding years onto her sentence.
So you guys have been looking for her for a minute, right?
I started looking for her last week. I've been to a couple houses looking for her. I've been talking to people, and I ended up finding her in a place that I wasn't really expecting. I guess fate just kind of smiled upon us.
Some cases have an unexpected resolution, but 230 miles north, in Fairbanks, winter weather is a sure thing.
Right now it's hovering right around 30 degrees. The sun's just going down. It's about 4:30, and it's going to get colder. It's projected to get down to, I believe, about 40 or 45 below tonight.
Trooper Brian Haley's swing shift in the bitter cold has been quiet until now.
We've got a report of an intoxicated male just kind of walking around. It's not illegal. Our biggest concern right now is that it's about 30 below. We need to go out there and make sure he's doing okay. Make sure that he has a warm place to stay tonight, especially if he's drunk.
Troopers know the man well.
How's it going, sir?
5 days ago, Trooper Mike Munson encountered the roadside resident on an unrelated call.
Sounds like you're staying in a tent, right?
Yeah.
You all right there?
I've got 6 sleeping bags.
6 sleeping bags. Why do you choose to live in a tent, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, I'm hardcore.
At that point, the weather was such that we just kind of let him be on his way. I got a feeling today if we contact him and he's intoxicated, that's not going to be an option for us. It's cold enough that exposed skin can be frostbit in a matter of minutes. It's amazing how fast somebody can become hypothermic when it's 30 below. Especially if he's drunk, easily go lay down someplace and fall asleep thinking he's warm. He doesn't wake up. 10:22, I think. Yeah, I'll take a plane.
Did you call, sir?
Yes, the man was just standing on this corner about 5 minutes ago. He's still reading, but he can hardly walk.
Do you know where he went?
No, I missed him. He was standing right there on that corner.
Okay.
He either went one or two. He's got on a blue parka and a small backpack, and he's really wobbly when he's walking.
Okay, I appreciate your call. Thank you. 23, 25, that was our complaint. Said you saw him over here on the corner.
10-4. You're right in the trees right in front of you.
10-4. Let's go in the park here and let's go for a walk.
Haley joins up with trooper sitters, and they head into the Alaskan woods searching for any sign of the man.
Yeah. People think they're a lot tougher, especially when they've had a little bit of alcohol in them, and they think that they're not as cold as they really are. Good gloves and good hat and whatnot, you know. I'm cold. I know he's got to be cold. There he is. Oh, geez. People think they're a lot tougher, especially when they've had a little bit of alcohol in them, and they think that they're not as cold as they really are. Even in good hat and whatnot, you know. I'm cold. I know he's got to be cold. There he is. Oh, geez. Hey. How you doing today? What do you got as far as a heater for you today?
Just a little bit of wood fire, that's it.
Other than the wood fire, do you got any, like a propane heater or anything like that?
No, sorry, I don't.
Okay. And you don't got it started yet, huh?
Nope.
How your hands doing?
The cold was not bad.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor and just grab that my two fingers there? See if you still got dexterity on them? All right, let's try the other hand there. You got your gloves close by?
Got one coat packet.
So you got an ID on you, like a driver's license? Why don't you throw your gloves back on, okay? Keep those hands on. You good?
Oh, yeah, for the tough as concrete.
Well, even concrete freezes, I think.
I didn't believe that liquid would freeze.
Liquid or liquor?
Liquor.
Yeah, it'll freeze if it's cold enough. How much you had to drink today?
I had probably maybe 24 ounces and maybe maybe 4 shots, that's it.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know it's supposed to get down to about 40 below tonight, right?
Well, I took it the last 2 nights out here.
Okay. What about maybe going down to Detox tonight, see if we got a bed for you down there?
I wouldn't mind that.
All right, well, let's start walking out to the cars here. And how long you been in Fairbanks? 10 years? Oh, watch out there.
The man gets a ride to a warm bed for the night, and troopers avoid what could have been another fatal statistic.
Cool, I appreciate it, man. People, they come up here to Alaska and they're here to experience the wild. Some people do it by choice, other people it's because of different circumstances that they're in. He's been out here all winter already. He's tough for trying, but it's good that he finally said, you know what, I'm just going to take the warm bed tonight.
850 miles southeast, in the port city of Ketchikan, crabbing season is in full swing, and wildlife trooper Jeremy Baum is heading out in search of his own elusive catch.
Today we're going to be going about 20 miles north of Ketchikan to Traders Cove, where we'll be inspecting some commercial crab gear.
It's a spot he knows well.
A couple weeks ago I was up there and I found some of the gear to be illegal, but I didn't have a big enough boat to inspect the gear. So today we're going to inspect it, most likely end up seizing all the illegal gear, which could be as many as 20, 30 commercial-sized Dungeness crab pots.
Observations for Saturday, January 18th.
The weather for today is 40-knot winds, so it'll be a little rough, but this is a pretty nice boat, so that's our plan for the day.
On a boat this size, Baum needs an extra hand, and Officer Seth Brown from the local Coast Guard will provide it.
Pulling gear, you need 2 able-bodied people to operate the equipment for safety. He's going to be assisting us. We're going to see how he does pulling crab gear for his first time out. Let's untie and we'll go.
The seas around Ketchikan are known for their rich bounty, and Dungeness crab are some of the most sought-after delicacies, fetching over $30 a pop. With stakes this high, troopers must ensure local fishermen are obeying the law, and Trooper Baum suspects his man isn't.
The suspect is going to be a person that I've cited many times in the past. Since I've been here in 12 years, probably half a dozen times, different cases, mostly all for crab violations.
And today, he has hidden his illegal pots in one of southern Alaska's most beautiful and most treacherous waterways.
So we're coming up on the Traders Cove salt chuck, and as you can see, the current is flowing into the bay, so we're at sea level, and it's dropping down below sea level into a smaller inlet, and so it's causing big rapids and whirlpools. There's been 2 skiffs that I know of that have swamped, and people have died, so it keeps most people out. There's some big rocks right in the center of the bay, so we have to basically stay to the right going in within just a few feet of shore. We need to hold on. We need to hold on. All right, we made it. We're good.
Safely in the cove, Trooper Baum starts hunting evidence of the crabber.
We have a pot coming up on the starboard side. On starboard? Yep. Our plan is to pull probably most of his gear if we start finding violations. There's probably 70 pots in here, so it'll take most of the day for us to get through all this gear. It doesn't look like he's been back in here to operate his gear.
Confiscating these pots will hurt the crabber's wallet. The specially constructed 100-pound pots can cost upwards of $300 each.
What we're looking for on a pot like this is one, the ADFG markings that identifies the fisherman. This tag number here identifies the individual pot. We also have to check for the rings on the side. What these do is allow the undersized crab to come and go freely. So basically just the keeping size crab are the ones that get left in the pot. It should be able to fit in here like this. And then it's got a biodegradable escape mechanism, which right here, this is cotton twine. He's got it double looped. If it's proper, it's okay, but if it's tied where basically you're doubling up on the cotton, it would be illegal. In his case, he's done it so if either one of these rots and breaks, the door will come open. So this pot is legal, but judging by the look of the bait in there, this pot hasn't probably been operated in a month's time. This pot, the biodegradable escape mechanism is fastened in a way where it won't work. What should happen is if I cut this line in any one place, the door must open. So.
The crabs must be able to escape if the pot isn't collected in time.
I'm gonna cut this, and it's still really firmly secure, so that makes it completely illegal. In this case, I could cut another one, and it's still secure because he's got it tied in multiple places. So I had to cut 3 lines for that to open up, and since it's illegal, we're gonna count the crab, empty the bait, return the crab back to the ocean, and seize the pot. This pot we just pulled, it's got a commercial tag number on it, but it's last year's. So the fisherman, he left his gear out here all year long. It's probably killed a number of crab. So in this case, we're gonna seize the pot and take it back to catch can. Off to the next, which is gonna be right up here.
Some of the pots have been in the water so long, it reveals a chilling side of the Dungeness crab's behavior.
You'll notice that the pot's been in the water for some time, the bait's been long gone, and because right here, this crab, when their shells are in there, that means that other crabs have eaten them. If this guy continues to leave his gear out here, more crab are going to come in, and it's just going to become a repetitive cycle. More crab will come in to eat those that are in there, and it's just a killing machine at the bottom of the ocean. And it's unfortunate to see someone just be derelict and not operating their gear, and that the crabs start to cannibalize each other, and we have this problem.
All in all, troopers release more than 200 crabs back into the water and seize a total of 12 illegal crab pots.
There was more equipment that we found that was in violation. We didn't seize all of it. We just didn't have enough room. I mean, we could have piled the boat full of gear, but it just wouldn't have been safe today.
But it's more than enough to land this repeat offender in deep water. For each illegal pot, he faces a maximum fine of $10,000. That's a grand total of $120,000 in fines. But that's not all.
Because this guy's past history, he's going to be looking at possibly the loss of his fishing privileges for some time. In this case, it was a good day. We caught a suspect that really has no regard for the regulations or the resource. A lot of the crab are starting to eat each other. They've been out there for a long time, so it's becoming a waste issue, conservation issue. So it was a good day. We seized 12 pots, and hopefully we can get good fines and outcome in this case.
As wildlife troopers in Ketchikan enforce the laws of the sea, back in Fairbanks, troopers are racing to a woman in danger.
Council IP is beating on the window.
So earlier we were dispatched with a domestic violence case. We were looking for a suspect. He assaulted the person at the house. We couldn't find him, and now he's back and he's banging on the windows.
Sounds like kids beating on the window.
So earlier we were dispatched with a domestic violence case. We were looking for a suspect. He assaulted the person at the house. We couldn't find him, and now he's back and he's banging on the windows. We're going to try to get there to prevent her from getting harmed. It's going to be an elevated risk because he's obviously got the wherewithal to return to the scene of his crime.
But the city streets still stand between Mulvaney and the victim.
We're kind of far away at this point, we're on the other side of town. The roads are pretty terrible, and we're going to try to take it easy, but also get there to prevent her from getting harmed. So risk a lot to save a lot.
Trooper Cebulski arrives on scene and moves in alone.
He's running on foot away from the trooper here.
Now Cebulski is running blind after the suspect with no backup.
2014, update your 20. 2014, update your 20.
No response.
It could be any kind of a confrontation. He could just give up, or he could fight with us, or he might have a weapon. It's pretty unclear. Tempers run pretty high, especially in domestic relationships.
Just as Mulvaney makes it on scene, Cebulski gets the runner into a set of cuffs.
14, I'm on McGrath. Where do you want me to pick you up at?
We'll walk back up the road.
33 out of 14. We're going to go help him get him out of the woods.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Just running from the troopers. Apparently, right?
I didn't do anything wrong, but nobody could be arrested.
You're not under arrest, man. We're just trying to figure it out. Just listen to Trooper Cebulski real quick.
Okay, I want you to look at me, okay? Why'd you take off?
Why? Because I don't know who's pulling up.
No,
I don't know if
state troopers, stop. State troopers.
Why, when I heard state troopers, I stopped.
After like 200 feet?
Well, I was already gone.
After you fell twice?
I was already gone.
Okay, all right. Let's go back to earlier.
Okay.
What happened earlier today?
I just couldn't get my stuff. I was going to move out of the house.
Did you have an argument while you were there?
No, we didn't really have an argument. I said, honey, I'm back. I'm cold. Can you please let me in? That's it.
At any point during you guys' conversation, did you holler, yell, bang on a car?
No.
Well, none of that stuff happened.
None of that stuff happened. I didn't have an argument with her.
The man sticks to his script, but Cebulski isn't buying it.
Let's go this side, okay?
Earlier today, we got a report of a domestic disturbance here. Before we arrive, the individual leaves in the vehicle. Within an hour and a half, we get another call saying he's back at the house. He's knocked on the door. We respond. I see someone take off into the woods. I chase after him. Then 100 to 150 feet after yelling his name, he ultimately stops, confront him in the woods, and take him into custody.
I'm a good guy. I was under a lot of pressure, a lot of pain. I quit smoking.
Watch your foot. It's going to get hit.
260 miles south in Anchorage,
William C. Watts.
Troopers are commemorating those who've paid the ultimate price.
Isaac Evans. Chief John J. Sturgis.
This is the Alaska Law Enforcement Memorial Day ceremony to honor and commemorate the sacrifices of fallen law enforcement officers in Alaska.
It's the remembrance of what people have sacrificed to help make their community safer.
On the lawn of Alaska's new state-of-the-art crime lab, troopers and their families honor each of the 64 officers killed in the line of duty since 1897. Law enforcement personnel in Anchorage come to pay their respects.
We work very closely together, and when we have a loss of one of our own, it's people that are our friends, it's people that we risk our lives on a day-to-day basis with.
It's a reminder to the officers how dangerous a job we truly have, that at a moment we could be fine talking and everything's going okay, and then the next minute we're gone.
And this year is especially painful.
With heavy hearts, we've added more names to the memorial this year who have died in the line of duty while serving the people of the state of Alaska.
We haven't lost a law enforcement officer in a decade. And this year we lost 3 of our department employees.
VPSO Thomas O. Madole, March 19th, 2013.
VPSO Thomas Madole was shot in the line of duty while answering a domestic violence call. He was ambushed during his response.
Trooper Tage Toll, Alaska State Trooper, March 30th, 2013.
My lasting memory of Trooper Toll would probably be his dedication to his family. Work was work, but outside of work is where he truly shined as a man. I was leaving for leave. Last things he said to me were, "Go have a good time, Sarge, relax, I got this."
Trooper Toll and Alaska State Trooper pilot Mel Nading were performing a rescue of an injured snow machiner.
In Alaska for the last over a decade. That primary response helicopter was piloted by Mel Nading, and most of the footage that you see on Alaska State Troopers is Mel Nading.
After locating the snow machiner near Larson Lake, they were heading back to Talkeetna when Hilo 1 crashed. Trooper Toll, Pilot Nading, and the snow machiner all perished.
These officers are heroes, though not so much in how they died, but rather in how they lived. In their final act, the last gift these officers could give is strength.
Those of us that have become Alaska State Troopers, Alaska Wildlife Troopers, we all knew that the time might come where we would be asked to give our lives for somebody else. Our families know that the time might come that when we kiss them goodbye and go to work, that might be the last time. But in order to just live day by day and keep doing what we do, oftentimes we put that in the back of our minds. But it's a greater calling, it's a greater calling that we have.
So as you leave here today, honor our fallen by walking a little taller, with the pride and strength that has been handed to you by heroes.
These fallen have left us with many holes in our hearts. They also have made a lasting and significant impression upon us, reminding us why we carry on, why we do what we do. It is our duty to carry on their unfinished work. Across Alaska, there are many, many brave and courageous men and women who wake up before their shifts, pin on their badge, and kiss their loved ones before walking out their doors. They don't start their workday knowing they will do something heroic.
On the ground now!
These lawmen only know that when Alaskans make a call for help,
Everybody on the ground!
they will answer.
Stay trooper, stop!